This is Randy Hunt, voice of the Patriots, and we're here our second week of Patriot TV with Coach Vickers. Coach, week one's under our belts, and we have to be a little bit happy with the effort we had Friday night. They had a 49-7 victory over Midland Trail. In the Patriot Bowl, we're 1-0, and we seem to be clicking on all three sides of the ball Friday night. Let's talk about the offense first. Other than a couple fumbles, we played pretty errorless football. I guess Noah Adams is he's the senior who hasn't played since middle school, but he played like a veteran Friday night when he had his hand on the ball.
Absolutely. I thought offensively we played very well. You mentioned a couple fumbles, and we talked about that and not putting ourselves in a bind there. But certainly we were able to run the ball very effectively. Last Friday we were right at 400 yards rushing on right around 50 carries. So pretty good average. We were about 8 yards a carry. So anytime you can do that, you're going to be successful. And certainly, you talk about Noah. He had a great night. I think if I remember correctly, 14 carries, right at 150 yards, a couple touchdowns, and when he runs the ball, he kind of makes people pay for it if they want to come and tackle him. He's got great balance, great vision, great kind of low center of gravity, and he does a good job of keeping his feet moving and just churns out the yards when he needs to. And certainly he has been this first game and will be a big asset for us going into the future here as we go through the season.
Yeah, and we kind of had a 1-2 punch Friday night. The guy that everyone was talking about in preseason, Marcus Guy, he also hit the century mark, had 109 yards on 17 carries, and he returned a 62-yard punt back for a touchdown. He had 171 all-purpose yards. So we were expecting big things from Marcus, and I think that's what we got.
Oh, absolutely. Marcus there's no other way to put it. He's a playmaker for us on offense and defense, and certainly special teams when you look at that punt return. And actually, he only carried the ball 7 times on offense, so he touched the ball 8 times for 170 yards. We're going to take that every night, that's for sure. He's explosive. He hits the hole really quick, and then he has some great hips and great vision where he can kind of elude some tacklers, and he probably eluded, 7 or 8 tackles on that punt return. He kind of took a roundabout way to get to the end zone, but it certainly worked out. And he's been a 3-year starter for us, on defense, and this year he'll have a much more involved role on offense, as I think you guys were able to see. And we're going to keep getting him the ball, when we think it's a good time, and just let him do what he can do.
All right. And, of course, there's 2 100-yard runners. Can't ask for much more than that. We also had some other guys making plays, though. Connor Gibson had 49 yards and a score. Isaac Trotter had 53 yards and a score. There were other guys in the running game, which kind of gives us good balance. And I think we got to give a lot of credit to our line because no matter who was running the ball, it seemed like we were getting some positive yards.
Sure. I thought our line blocked very well for the most part all night. They're fairly physical, and one thing that we didn't have a lot of last year is we kind of stayed with our blocks. We were hitting somebody, and we really tried to kind of the best we could stay with them, and so we're encouraged by that. But we expect those guys to get better each and every week. And certainly we had Connor and Isaac pitch in there to help out, and like you say, we do have good balance. We can run inside, we can run outside, we can run with 3 or 4 different backs. I think we try to put people in a bind in that aspect, and we're able to do that on Friday night, and certainly we want to try to do that this Friday against Pikeview as well.
And so the offense looks strong. You got to be equally happy with the defensive side of the ball. I know Midland Trail came in here. Their feature running back, Thomas Ferris, was 1,000-yard runner from last year. I'm sure you talked about him quite a bit last week during practice, and we held him to 39 yards and we gave up just a little more than 100 yards total offense to Midland Trail. So you got to be happy with the defense.
Extremely happy with the defense. We talked Caleb Ferris up quite a bit to our guys. They knew he had 1,000 yards last year. They knew he was their main threat offensively, and so we certainly put the bulk of our focus on him, rightly so. And I thought our guys did a very good job of recognizing where he was and what they wanted to try to do with him. But going back to kind of the preseason stuff and the scrimmages, we started kind of tinkering with this defense. And kind of looking at who we could put out there on the field. And, when we finally got what we ended up with on Friday night, I thought, wow, we can be pretty good on defense because we got guys that can run and tackle, and they're aggressive, and they don't mind to hit you, and they just turn it on and play. When the lights are on, they play. And so I'm excited about that, and I expect them to have another good game this Friday against Pikeview. But certainly our defense was a strong point on Friday, and should be a strong point throughout the year.
And I can't talk about defense without mentioning Matt McKinney, who had a career game for most people. He had 4 fumble recoveries. I mean, some kids might get 1 or 2 in a game, but to get 4 fumble recoveries in one game, he was pretty much a ball magnet. End up with 10 tackles and also a sack. So Matt had a great game Friday night.
Sure. Matt was a starter for us last year on defense, and we knew he would have a great year on defense this year. He's got a great nose for the ball. He if he sees an open window, he's going. He's really aggressive. At times that may put us in a bind, but we're going to take the positives because they're going to outweigh the negatives with his type of play for sure. And you talk about the 4 fumbles. I've never seen that personally in a game. I think I've been around with a kid that may have gotten 3, and certainly multiple kids that have gotten a couple in a game, but I've never seen 4. You got 3 on defense. You end up collecting 1 on a kickoff return there that kind of got fumbled by their team. But he was kind of Johnny on the spot on Friday, and we certainly took advantage of it, and we expect him to just kind of build on that and have a great year throughout the whole season.
Okay, so we're 1-0. That's a good place to be. Definitely you want to be on the winning side after week 1. This week we have Pikeview coming to town. Pikeview got beat last week. They got soundly beat by Summers County. But I also know that we got to be careful not to look too far ahead. We got James Monroe week after next, and everyone knows that's going to be a big game. But we can't let Pikeview sneak up on us next week, and it's a game we should win. But I also know we got to show up. And so what are we expecting Friday night against Pikeview?
That's what we talk about each and every week. Not necessarily a motto, but something I talk to the kids about all the time is respect all, fear none. So we're going to play each and every Friday. That's the only game we got to play because that's the only game that's on our schedule that week. And so Pikeview is our only focus right now, and that's all we're talking about. And I won't let the kids talk about anybody else. But honestly, they have 50 kids out, which is a big number for them, more than they've had since I've been here, and they only have 4 or 5 seniors from what I've been told. So they got a lot of young kids. Their backfield are mostly sophomores. So while they're athletic and good-looking football players, they are young, and so we're going to try to take advantage of that with our speed on defense and with our we got a lot of older kids that play on defense, and I'll be honest with you, on offense you'll see kind of very similar to what we did last week. We're going to kind of run the ball right at them and kind of challenge them up front and see if our guys are better than they are. And we'll throw the ball a little bit more this week. Probably should have thrown the ball a little bit more last week, but we kind of got in the rhythm there, and I didn't want to take away from that. So we're going to kind of just see if we're tuned up here, and we want to be 1-0 after this week, and we'll try to add up all those 1-0s at the end of the year and see where we're at. So that's our philosophy anyway.
I totally agree. Looks like the weather is going to be another beautiful Friday night. Temperature's supposed to be in the mid-60s, low 60s, so should be a beautiful night. Again, we want to encourage all of our fans to come out. Let's pack the stadium. It was a good crowd last Friday, great crowd. Let's hope we get a bigger one this coming Friday.
Absolutely. It's supposed to be beautiful. It's probably supposed to be about 10 degrees cooler during the day, this Friday than it was last Friday. And so it should make for a great atmosphere. And we got a full concession stand. We got the wrestlers out there cooking up what they cook up, and it's probably the best smelling stadium around. We're going to put a good product on the field for football wise, but come out, and make it an evening with your family and just have a good time because we're going to get on the field and get after it, and hopefully you guys kind of enjoy seeing that. But we would encourage all of you to come out and support these guys. They've been working hard, and they certainly love their community and they love having you there. So we hope to see you and hope to be 2-0 after this Friday.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. We'll be right back. We're going to have Matt McKinney interview here in just a second for Patriot TV. All right, this is Randy Hunt, voice of the Patriots. We're back with Matt McKinney. He's a junior, and he had a great night Friday night. Ended up with about 10 tackles and a sack, and I think more incredibly picked up 4 fumble recoveries, which is just kind of crazy. But Matt, tell us a little bit about how the defense. I mean, you guys shut the number 1 runner down for Midland Trail Friday night, and the Ferris kid. He was a 1,000-yard rusher last year, and I think he ended up with 39 yards Friday night. So tell us how you guys accomplished that.
Well, we knew he was going to run a lot. At practice, we went over all the running plays. We knew that he was going to be a big target, so we had to shut him down. And, yeah, we just shut him down. We had to get in there. We hit him real hard. At first, I didn't think he was going to get that many yards on us. Right. We were going to try to hold him down to 10, but we let him by with 39.
Well, and that's not bad. Like you say, I mean, the guy was averaging close to 100 yards a game last year. So, and nobody else got any yardage. I think the whole team had a total of 100 yards total offense. Matt, you end up with 4 fumble recoveries Friday night. Tell me what went through your mind on all 4 of those.
I just seen the ball and I jumped on it. That's what Coach taught us, and that's what I did.
Now, I think one of those was on the kickoff, right?
Yeah, one of them was on kickoff. After I got on it and went to the sideline, Trey said that was not planned at all. I was really surprised at that. I really was.
So he hadn't planned on it was like a line drive kick, and it just hit.
It bounced off the kid's leg.
Bounced off another player's leg and right into your arm. So that's great. And, of course, like I said, you had a sack. I can't remember what was that in the first half. Second half, had a sack on the play. Just an overall great night for Independence, offensive, defensively. Now, this week we're going to play a similar team, Pikeview. I think they're similar as far as the size and experience and all that. What do you expect this Friday night?
Coach said they pass a lot, so we're going to have to work on that at practice tomorrow. I'm going to hold them down to at least 20 yards, me personally, and I'm hoping our defense is going to help me with that, which I think we will. Our 6'2" is a lockdown D. We got Noah. He's a lockdown linebacker. He's right beside me, so I think we'll be all right.
We've got speed on defense. They couldn't find a lot of holes Friday night. It seemed like every time if they did escape somebody or make a good move, there was somebody else right on their tail. So I'm excited for Friday night. We're 1-0, getting ready to try to go 2-0, and so I wish you the best Friday night. And let's get another win in the big W column there. Okay. All right, Matt. Thanks a lot. This is Randy Hunt for Patriot TV. Let's go Patriots.